Charlie, and this is Internet Dropouts Distract-A-Thon. Let's hope 2021's better than 2020. Yo. Pressure makes diamonds, surely I'm flawless. Not likely just human, working to improve my endorsements. I'm addicted to endorphins, it's a cold world. I like it more when we stay indoors, best lock the door, shit. Getting paranoid, been smoking mimosa, smoking a more sweat, I be the most high. Feel tapped like the phone line, habits predicted, living algorithmic, most live thorny lives. It's hard for me to witness the disconnect, swear it's tainted my intellect. Wish I could forget, smoke a spliff instead, sit back and just scratch my head. Not the lost soul of the internet. See, I think it's important during these times to have something to distract yourself. There's a lot of negativity in the world, and I think being able to distract yourself in a time like this is vital. So, yeah, I think that's what this is all about. Listen. We're the first generation of the internet. How much of our brains can they intercept? Drugs are illegal cause they can't project. Need a blank space to manipulate, and these classes keep it quite complex. We've all been trapped in the interweb, so far from what the past said. But when it's said and done, we'll be the last left. It's not our mess, but it's what's left. No respect for them, so outdated. It's about time we went back to basics. Fuck the world full of pricks and racists. The human race, such a waste of nature. I'm so excited to be performing again. It's been a very long time, and now I've got music that I'm very happy with. And that leads me on to the next single, which is the first single of 2021. And I finally feel good enough. Yeah, this is produced, mixed, mastered, wrote, recorded by me, everything by me. Even did the artwork. All my life I felt I was never good enough. Now I've had enough, now I know that I'll be good enough. Yeah. I felt I was enough. Now I've had enough. Now I know I'm good enough. Yeah. Now I know I'm good enough. Now I know I'm good enough. All my life I never felt I was enough. Now I've had enough. Now I know I'm good enough. Listen, felt I was enough. Now I know I've had enough. I know I'm good enough. I've been racking thoughts up at my mind on the floor, exposing demons face to face, and I still want it all. Every day I put my fear into play. I use my pain for compensation until one day it pays. They can't ignore me for much longer. I've been paving my lane. I'm keeping up to date with all my bills. I'm just saying, I'm never on my bill. I got my queen here, she lay. I'll provide by any means and keep my demons at bay. Cause this life was never easy, so I guess it won't change. I'm trying to cash in common sense and get return on my brain. Every day I wake and get this feeling again, that it's time I took my place and fed my ego again. I can't wait to show them all I'm in business again. I'm going crazy cause I know that maybe one day I'ma make it, and then I'ma say fuck you to all the people that left. And I'ma sit inside my house with all the vibes that I kept. All my life I felt I was never good enough. Now I've had enough. Now I know that I'll be good enough. Yeah. All my life I never felt I was enough. Now I've had enough. Now I know I'm good enough. Yeah. Now I know I'm good enough. Now I know I'm good enough. All my life I never felt I was enough. Now I've had enough. Now I know I'm good enough. Never felt I was enough. Now I know I've had enough. I know I'm good enough. Lately I've been under pressure, gauging my success through lenses. Keep an eye on what we treasure. Everybody acting senseless. I'm defensive when it comes to my heart. I'm subjective when it comes to my art. I tell the truth, I keep it real, so all the fake I disregard. I can't deal with pointless cases, I don't act out like I'm hard. But I'm so sick and tired of all these liars. Bigger fish just need a fryer. Fuck it, out the fire, into the fryer. Honestly, these days they don't feel the same, they way back. I'm feeling strange, but in a strange way I'll feed my respect. Still remain a gent after all the stressing. Still, think of me what they will. Either way, no, I'm still here doing my old slow as well. The journey's where it's at, I guess I've already prevailed. I'm good enough for myself, making heaven here in this living hell. I guess I'm living well, and I just wish you well. All my life I felt I was never good enough. Now I've had enough, now I know that I'll be good enough. Yeah. All my life I never felt I was enough. Now I've had enough, now I know I'm good enough. Yeah. Now I know I'm good enough, now I know I'm good enough. All my life I never felt I was enough. Now I've had enough, now I know I'm good enough. Never felt I was enough, now I know I've had enough. I know I'm good enough. All my life I never felt I was enough. Now I've had enough, now I know I'm good enough. Yeah. Now I know I'm good enough, now I know I'm good enough. All my life I never felt I was enough. Now I've had enough, now I know I'm good enough. Never felt I was enough, now I know I'm good enough. I know I'm good enough. It's Charlie. Feels fucking different these days. Gentleman perspective. Let's go for the next song. Hey. These times I'm so high, my body shows what I can't hide. My words might lose value, cause I'm lost here in my mind. No man is an island, wherever I land is a vibe. Yeah. These times I'm so high, my body shows what I can't hide. My words might lose value, cause I'm lost here in my mind. No man is an island, wherever I land is a vibe. These times I'm so high, my body shows what I can't hide. My words might lose value, cause I'm lost here in my mind. No man is an island, wherever I land is a vibe. Yeah, wherever I land is a vibe. Through hell and back, trying to trust is bringing all my feelings back. Got me feeling mad in my feelings. I'm high this evening, high functioning. Don't deceive me, I'm tied with demons, I'm tightly wound. I'm a mess, believe me, I'm bounty bound. Achieving things and making family proud. Maybe I'm just something they can brag about. These times I'm so high, my body shows what I can't hide. My words might lose value, cause I'm lost here in my mind. No man is an island, wherever I land is a vibe. Yeah, wherever I land is a vibe. No counting sheep, no counting mine. I'm time for dreams, I'm busy getting high. Yeah, might fuck around and blow overnight. Got my girl by my side and she down to ride. She just close her eyes and hold me tight. She just don't provide, just get it right. She's the only one that deserves my time. Couple snakes in the grass, had to mow them down. Couple fake friends, had to cut them out. These times I'm so high, my body shows what I can't hide. My words might lose value, cause I'm lost here in my mind. No man is an island, wherever I land is a vibe. These times I'm so high, my body shows what I can't hide. My words might lose value, cause I'm lost here in my mind. No man is an island, wherever I land is a vibe. Yeah, wherever I land is a vibe. Charlie. These times I'm so high, my body shows what I can't hide. My words might lose value, cause I'm lost here in my mind. No man is an island, wherever I land is a vibe. Yeah, wherever I land is a vibe. Okay, we got one more song. One more song, and we're gonna take it to the next level with this. Saturday night turned into morning, we went deeper again. Show me where your heart is, at least be my friend. I'll still fuck with you regardless, don't leave me broken hearted. I'll still fuck with you regardless, don't leave me broken hearted. Conversation went deep, we exposed it all, never seen footage we premiered. Your tears, the finale of your fears, but the curtains weren't drawn, so we seen it all here. Have another draw, this weed I rolled, never wanna leave when it's we involved. Crazy how we evolve, trading different stages, teach me it all. It's your body that I'm wanting, and I want it every way and every day and every day. I swear I feel I've never seen it all, I swear. I love the way you break me down but not beyond repair. Never say forever but together we appear, however it appear. God, I know I got you here, whether we apart, better know I'm still here. You can either come with me or just call me when you're there. No fear, don't despair, you can really live it, I'll support you from the rear. As long as you don't break my heart, I really don't care. Saturday night turned into morning, we went deeper again. Show me where your heart is, at least be my friend. I'll still fuck with you regardless, don't leave me broken hearted. I'll still fuck with you regardless, don't leave me broken hearted. I'm telling you, 2021 motherfucker. Yeah. This is Dropouts Distract-A-Thon. My name's Charlie. It's been an absolute pleasure. I hope you've been well and truly distracted. Don't leave me broken hearted. Make sure you buy a t-shirt as well. Support the cause and buy a t-shirt. Saturday night turned into morning, we went deep again. Show me where your heart is, at least be my friend. I'll still fuck with you regardless, don't leave me broken hearted. I'll still fuck with you regardless, don't leave me broken hearted. Saturday night turned into morning, we went deep again. Show me where your heart is, at least be my friend. I'll still fuck with you regardless, don't leave me broken hearted. I'll still fuck with you regardless, don't leave me broken hearted. Night turned into morning, we went deep again. Show me where your heart is, at least be my friend. I'll still fuck with you regardless, don't leave me broken hearted. I'll still fuck with you regardless, don't leave me broken hearted. Thank you very much for having me, everybody. This is Charlie Lazel reporting live from his house. This has been Dropouts Distract-A-Thon, and stay tuned for more crazy adventures throughout the Distract-A-Thon. We've got so much lined up, and the ones who've been preparing this event have done so much work, and I'd like to thank the pretty lady involved doing all the work, and yeah, big up to all the artists involved and everyone submitting content, and I'm really excited for this year. Let's take it by storm. Everybody involved. Let's do bits. Let's fucking kill it. Gentleman Perspective 2021. Charlie Lazel. Hey, motherfucker! Is this conversation with Charlie and Iconic?
Yeah.
Wow. What's happening? Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Socially distanced app.
Really?
We've done that.
We've got clean hands.
I just washed them.
Only people with dirty hands feel bad and they know what they're
Just
talking
washed them
about,
with my
so-
own urine.
You're alive. So, this is a conversation with Charlie and Iconic.
What's happening, bro?
We've never done anything like this before. And I don't think, well, things like this have been done before, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But, like, we've never done it before.
No,
That's
no,
for sure.
no.
We've got Gus in the background here. Don't know
Oh,
if you're
yeah.
the same. Sounds like Rick Ross at the minute, doesn't it?
Wait, what's that grime artist? I think it's called Mayhem.
Mm.
And he has a reload bar when he's like, when I say, I'm not Rick Ross, but I still say, Some shit like that. It's a proper sick
Rick
reload
Ross
bar.
is cancelled now though, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, he's
For
a
the
bit...
UNENO. Because he fully
Yeah,
said...
I haven't really listened to it. He's
Bro.
good. It pop a Molly and a
Listen,
drink shit, even
yeah,
though
exactly.
take
Molly
her
and
back
Jane,
home,
yeah,
do what I want,
that's
shit, you
horrible,
know
bro.
it.
Like,
Yeah.
but the thing is, how the fuck did we miss that when it first came out? That song's old as shit.
Oh, I
The whole
didn't
world-
miss it. I didn't miss it.
Really?
I clocked that. I was like, you know what? The only thing on that beat that I like is the TDE,
Got
Kendrick
A$AP
Lamar,
and
Absol,
everybody, you've
and
got
like remixed
Wiz
it.
and
Like
everyone came
they
on it and everything.
yeah, they did their own remix, the TDE lot. They did
Mm.
it like their own remix of the whole song.
Was that the Black Hippie one?
Yeah.
Okay, it was Schoolboy
Yeah.
Q.
Yeah, but I forgot the verse now.
It's
But
good,
Kendrick's
though.
verse now
Regardless,
is-
it's good. But
is
anyway,
sick.
Rick Ross is cancelled, so
Mhm.
that's that. Because he condones spiking women and taking them home and doing bad things to them, which we
Yeah.
do not condone, and no one should condone that.
But-
That's fucking bullshit. That's like waste man shit.
Man's a weirdo.
And moving like R. Kelly. I'm sorry, but that's a
Exactly,
big
yeah, the man's
statement, but,
moving
like,
exactly.
Spiking, like, no, that's just not cool.
I mean,
Like,
Yeah.
take drugs with consent, fair enough. Like, but don't put a key up anyone's nose.
Yeah,
don't,
don't
put
put-
it in anyone's
don't
drink.
put a Molly in a
Don't
drink.
don't even say, oh, you like, are you sure you don't want to
Bro,
take
the
it?
worst thing is, like, people mixed and mastered that song, okay? So, this song went from his phone or his
Went through
notepad,
everybody.
went into the studio. I assume there's bare people in the studio, because, like, you know, when you make music
Mm-hmm.
at that level, you usually have, like, 20 people in the studio. So, it went through 20 people, went through the engineer, went through the distribution company,
How
and
many
then it
A&Rs?
still got out. Like, how does
And then
that...
people remixed it as well, so it's not as if they were like, they must have heard that a lot
It is.
to then be like, oh, we need
But
to
he
do a
lost,
remix.
he lost his, like, was it Puma or something?
Was Ross on the original?
Yeah, Ross was on the original.
And then all these people remixed it afterwards, hyping it up
Bit
even
sus
more
with
and
it,
more
bit
and more.
sus. But let's move on anyway from date rape.
Yeah, the whole world should move on from that shit. That's just old as fuck. Right, so we're meant to be having a conversation. It's going well so far, I think. But when we start thinking about it too much, that's where we start like
Yeah,
sitting here for like dead silence for ages.
yeah. And I wanted to have a conversation about conversation.
Oh, you did, didn't
Yeah, so like the thing that I hate is small talk.
you?
I despise small talk. When like people that I haven't spoke to in like 20 years
Thank you.
hit me
Honestly.
randomly being like hello, and I'm like hello, and they're like how are you? How are you? I'm
Yeah.
good. Like I like conversation with substance. So
Yeah.
whenever you speak to me, that's why we probably talk for hours on the
Course.
phone or whatever, because we always talk about something with substance.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's this thing in like literary theory that's called Grice's maxims, and these are things that like these are like rules that this guy called Grice came up with, and according to these rules, this is how like a conversation should go out. So it should have like go on. It should have substance. It should have like certain things. Should have a beginning, end. Should like yeah.
Mhm.
So I hate small talk.
Small talk. So I've got a couple of things I want to add to what you were just saying.
Mm.
I forget my point 'cause I'm really high, but I'll get there. So with conversations, I think initially you need to have at least a couple of sentences of small talk, especially if you've never met anyone.
Oh
but,
yeah.
but what I will say is humans naturally are more compatible with certain individuals in it based on how they're wired up and everything like that. And like even like I believe that everybody is amazing in their own right, but there's certain people I can't stand to be in conversation with, and it doesn't mean they're horrible, it doesn't mean to say they're bad or wrong or not intelligent enough. It's just that it doesn't flow nicely
You have
with
less
my
in common.
exactly.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
no grounds, and even then, like I'm quite outspoken. I like to think that I'm a talker. I don't know. I feel
Yeah,
I
you're
feel
vocal.
like I
You're
don't
definitely
stop.
vocal. Mm.
But like, in conversation, I think self-awareness is the thing that's lacking the most, because this is my point. I see it always comes full circle. My point was that in conversations, people, when they're listening to you, they're not really listening. They're waiting for you to pause so they can say the thing they've been thinking about the whole time.
So they listen with a intention to respond rather to listen.
Yeah, they're not listening at all. They're waiting for a cue so they can speak. Mm-hmm. And then they're only interested in what they're speaking about. And that, to me, I could probably handle small talk. Like, if I was in a queue and there was some guy that, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I would speak to and make small talk, but like, I don't really want to get to know a stranger that well, like, that I'm not planning on making a friendship with. So I will entertain small talk in public briefly, but just if, like, I want to get out of the situation.
I agree with you on the small talk in public, but it's like, when someone starts a conversation and we both know it's going to end on like, oh, I'm good, and how are you? I'm good. And if we know it's going to end at that, like, just save me the 5 minutes of that conversation.
Okay.
Type of thing.
Can I raise an argument that might sort of give an insight into where that might come from?
Go for it.
Maybe you find that that's the case with small talk with the likes of people who've spent a majority of their time communicating specifically online. Therefore, it's like, yo, what you up to? Text language all the time. And then they're trying to communicate that in a physical environment, but all they know is
Yeah, you could be correct.
I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. It might be an argument for the reason.
Because the small talk part is mainly online. Mm-hmm. It's like unless we're actually like talking on a daily or like we're close. Because then like I understand like we don't always have something to say to each other. No. Sometimes we're literally just checking up on each other. But when it's just like, I don't know, someone from school hitting me up about nonsense and just or some people try and butter you up with small talk.
It's hard
like before they ask for something, they'll hit you like, oh yeah, like oh yeah, cool, like are you okay? Yeah, well by the way, I've got this thing that I'm starting. This pyramid scheme.
Yeah. It's always like a right hook before they've jabbed you up.
It like, no, I don't want to help yourself.
Gary Vaynerchuk, have you heard of Gary Vaynerchuk? He's like an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Huge. But
he wants to buy the
New York Jets.
Yeah, the New York Jets.
But yeah, I forget what I was saying, but basically he's got a book out and it's called Jab, 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 Right Hook. Okay. And it's from obviously boxing. And the fact is, you wouldn't come out with a right hook straight away unless you were fighting someone you shouldn't be fighting. But like, you meant like
unless you're Tyson.
But in sales, right? In sales and marketing, you've got to like butter people up. Like you said, you've got to warm them up. So it's like you have to bring them value. Say jab, jab, jab. Bring them value. Bring them value. Bring them value. Don't ask for anything in return. And on the fifth one, knock them out with it like, yo, can you help me out? Yo, would you buy this?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You've got to provide enough value to the point where, when it comes to having something for sale, the customer feels obliged to give you it because you've given them so much for free already.
Yeah,
and
that's probably something I should do more because I'm very forward. So like I'll just say it like straight away. Like after a gig, there was this artist that linked me up with a producer, but the producer didn't necessarily know that the artist sent me the beat. Right. He knew that I might be jumping on it. But I walked up to him and was like, oh, is that you? Okay, so like in this part, I want you to change this part. And then he's just like, whoa, okay, like, who are you? But
no, communication is vital.
Yeah, so I was just like, but he didn't take it too bad, and he ended up making the changes to the beat and sent me him. So it turned out okay, but
good.
Could have been.
So based on the fact you want to talk about conversation, in general as a topic conversation, let's sort of make it more generic and go communication. Because you've got like obviously like I don't quote me on it, but I believe 60% of all communication is body language. That can affect a conversation and influence small talk. If someone's uncomfortable and projecting it with their body language, then they can easily, that could create a situation that creates small talk for sure. Because then you're like uncomfortable and then two energies are reading it, especially if you're in tune with energy and you're reading vibrations of the room. Like I feel like I do that all the time. I'll know you're upset before you've said anything because I can feel it before you. I don't know if other people feel like that. I know other people do, but like to what degree, that's never measurable because you couldn't measure my brain compared to someone else's brain. But I forget what I was saying again. But
body language.
Communication in general. Like think about how much problems communication causes. As in relationships, friendships, feeling bad, don't want to be judged. Don't want to be lied to, don't want to lie, like all these things, like religious, whole religions were formed on these sins, if you want to call it that. and then obviously people that aren't religious are operating within free world.
Yeah, I think what you mentioned about body language is really important because you can't fucking get your tone across through message. So a lot of the times, like sarcasm, that's for me. Sometimes it's hard to understand sarcasm through text because I'm like, okay, cool, like that's a bit weird to say, but
It's
because
hard.
they're being sarcastic, it would make sense in it.
Plus, you can't express tone or dialect.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a bit strange. That's why I like face-to-face conversations, and I like
Tone or inflection. So yeah, face-to-face conversations are always going to be better.
tone is more important for me than body language. I think personally for me, yeah.
It's like what I don't know. I think it was might be Peter Kay or something stupid like that. Like. It's not how you say it. It's not what you say. It's how you say it. It's like you can say, "Do you want a fucking drink?" Or just say, "Would you like a drink?" Do you know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna like, "No, I don't want a fucking drink." It would always go like that, and it always like. And I think text is easy to mislead that.
Yeah.
Easy to
Sometimes I'll
mislead
say some shit through text and people think I'm super serious, but I'm not.
You know what's funny? I'm in the habit of, because I was always in the studio and doing things, me and my girl Tia were talking about it. Not that I have to introduce you to Tia, but the audience might not know who Tia is. So Tia's my girl and the creator of this event. So, what was I saying? Yeah, what were we talking about?
Studio. You were sitting in studio talking to Tia.
What about? Fuck's sake.
Conversation, communication. You spent a lot of time in the studio. See, I'm listening. I'm listening.
As well. You all listen really well. You all listen really well. I'm listening too. I'm trying to think so hard.
Body language.
Tone.
Knowing things before people can.
Nah, that's too far back. Forget it. Move on anyway.
Body language.
Ah, fuck. Body language. I need to take these glasses off. I feel like I'm in the room by myself.
I'll put them on.
Do it, bro. Do it. What was my point? Do you remember?
You were about to make it.
It was going to be a banger as well. Yeah. I was going to change the world.
What was the BPM?
Of
the banger?
93.
93.
Isn't it?
Bringing you truth at 93 beats per minute.
Isn't it? On there watching TV.
Dropout, Distract-A-Thon.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I do feel like I'm on my own.
It's proper, man. I got lost in this world, John.
Try these on.
I had a really good point in there. What's your favourite conversation you've ever had?
Top 10 conversations of all time.
Oh,
it's hard to rank them.
No, is there any that sticks out in your memory? Like, any that proper, like...
Yeah, and it's usually with women. It's usually conversations with women.
That's interesting.
There was this one girl who approached her trauma in like this really... It's childish, but not in the sense that like I'm trying to downgrade it childish, just like a very childlike approach to trauma. And she told me like, oh yeah, like it's boring and it like I don't want to talk about it, it's boring. And I was just like, you know what, like I know you're trying to hide your trauma, but like that's a very like straightforward way. I've never heard anyone just be like, oh like yeah I'm sad but it's boring innit, like let's just do shit. And I'm like, okay cool, like
I tend to get in my head a lot, and Tia told me like distract yourself, like you're sitting there thinking about it so much that I'm constantly breeding the thought, so it's like distract yourself, isn't it? I don't know if that's got any relation to what you were saying, but
yeah, because it's not necessarily you that is creating these heads, it could be like your anxiety and stuff, so that's why like pulling away from that and distracting yourself is potentially very helpful.
No, I think conversations that you had like that, they're valuable. They stick with you forever and you learn lessons from them, but like small talk, you can't learn anything from it.
Another girl, she had issues with like family because she lives a certain lifestyle, and she told me that she's not mad at her family because that would be her ego responding to it. So like, and that opened up like that, yeah, that opened up my mind to certain things, because then like when I get angry about situations, like when someone does you wrong, you react to it in a negative way because you have like that is the ego, because you're like, oh wait, I'm worth this much and you're treating me like this.
Me.
Yeah. So there needs to be ego in order to feel that type of way. So like that opened up my mind.
You need to feel entitled.
Yeah.
To feel
We're
like
I'm
I can
sick.
relate. No,
As
I can
if-
relate to that, bro. I can fully
And
relate
I
to that.
still fall victim to that. Like all the time, I'll be like, wait, I done this, and then but that's my ego reacting to
It
the whole
falls back
situation.
into self-awareness in conversations,
Yeah.
though, doesn't it? Like, because the fact that you raise that and the fact that you check yourself on that, not many people are doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? In conversation, I tend to say things that are biased. I'll say things like guys. Everyone, like, I'll categorize, even if there's females, no matter what gender they are, I'll say everyone guys. And I think I've been trying to sort of make sure everyone's like, I'd ask if people are comfortable with that before I continue to say something like that. If I find myself saying it, I'll say like, oh shit, sorry, like, I hope I don't mean anything by it. But like, I tend to, like, if I'm talking about something, if I'm watching a YouTube video, this is a prime example of what I'll do. If you don't see their face and you don't see their like anything that reveals anything about, not that this conversation should be relevant, because gender's not a relevant conversation in general, it shouldn't be. But what I was saying is that where I'm trying to be aware of my own language and what I'm saying is. So say for example, if I watch a YouTube video, I might automatically assume their gender and say, oh, look at this guy or look at this woman, but I can't see their face. There's no way to tell. But I'm always correcting myself. I'm always like, shit, what the fuck? Like, that could be like, it's not even relevant. It shouldn't even be relevant. But the language is automatically in my head to say this man, this woman. When I don't have no idea.
There was this thing in sociology. I'm definitely gonna get it wrong now, but my teacher said that there's a there was like 2 men in a room, operating table, and 1 woman. What gender is a doctor or something like that, and everyone just said male. It was worded so much better because it was
like
meant to catch you out.
And men and doctors.
Yeah. It was meant to catch you out. Like everything is making you, well, our perception of the world and obviously patriarchy and stuff like that makes us think that the doctor will be a man, but it in the conversation it was actually a woman. But obviously it was worded way better. But it was one of them things that it caught everyone out in the class.
And again, I just want to bring it back to self-awareness, because if you're genuinely uneducated on a thing and you say something, if you're open-minded and you're willing to be corrected and educated and you know no better, you can. It's not tolerated, but I guess these conversations need to happen for us to educate people anyway.
Oh yeah.
And the fact that. But in order to do that, we have to be so critical of ourselves.
Oh yeah.
Until we can start educating anyone, we have to educate ourselves, because where the fuck do we get the right to say anything?
Exactly.
Because our opinions don't apply in situations, but we're so quick to give them.
Yeah.
And it's not always, even me, and I do that all the time. You might say something to me and you respect my opinion and I'll share it, but certain times you might not want it, and I might not know that. And I might not read the cue, and I might say something and it's totally unnecessary.
Yeah.
Obviously, you'll never react bad to it, and you'll be comfortably enough to tell me how. But do you know what I mean? I'm trying to get the point that. What's the famous quote? I don't know who said it, but the pen's more powerful than the sword, and I guess that's the tongue, that's the voice, that's the written word, that's communication.
I'm sure that was Shakespeare or someone,
Someone ancient times.
It was Shakespeare, yeah.
But that whole thing, communication is more powerful. A bond between 2 nations is it's not done with anything but words.
A lot of issues can be solved with a conversation. There's so many issues
caused by conversation.
A lot of issues can be caused.
The amount of times I'll say something, but I'll not think about how I should say it, and it just comes out. I don't even think about it. It comes out, but then I think how I said it afterwards, and I'm like, I could probably have said that in a totally different way. But it causes confusion when I say things.
Yeah,
but
that's
I know exactly what I mean in my head.
Yeah, that's like the semantics, the way you structure the whole thing.
And to you again, I owe a lot of credit to the way she's sort of brought perspective to my life, because she taught me that nobody, when a dog comes up to you, you don't have a clue what that dog's thinking. You've got a rough idea. But individual brains, yes, we're blueprints are the same. We look similar. If we cut our heads open, we'll look pretty similar inside. Pretty identical, but 2 seconds before I forget the point, we look pretty similar inside, but we are wired somewhat differently. Fuck, lost the point. Carry on, go on. Dogs, yeah. So you told me it's sort of don't treat people like dogs, but sort of in certain conversations where you might fear the outcome, expect they know nothing like dogs, because they're not, you're just learning everything from them. You're just, and that way it's like, you can always, like, you can't expect another human to think the same way as you do.
Yeah,
And I expected a lot of people to think the same way.
Because we grow up and these things are just normal to us, so we kind of, like, we understand how certain things will pan out and how certain people will react to things. And it, like, I watched this documentary, this guy, well, it's not really a documentary, it's like a YouTube documentary, but this guy, because video games have their own language. Like, we've played video games for long enough to understand that, like, if you press this button, it will most likely jump. Like, if you move strafe around things. But this guy gave, like, 6 or 7 video games to his wife, who's never played video games, apart from, like, maybe, I don't know.
Stuff
Yeah, she's never... So, throughout that, she tries to figure out the language of games. Because, like, a lot of games won't tell you that, like move, this is how you move, whatever. Like, this is just something we know. Or, like, she'll walk up to certain things and she'll be like, wait, why doesn't that work? And stuff like that. But we already understand that doesn't work. That's just a prop in, like, in like, the back of the scene or something like that. And it's not meant to be interacted with. But she didn't understand that. So it took her ages to grasp the concept. And it's the same thing with, well... I think that relates to what you were saying, that we just assume that, like...
We know about.
That we understand the language of humans. But obviously, like, spoken vocal language, cool, we understand it, but there's more to it, like...
Loads more to it. And I think most people, and me especially, I've learned this a lot last year. I assume a lot of stuff. I assume I know better all the time. I assume I know what people are thinking. I assume I know what people are feeling. And I assume that, like... But, like, half the time, I might be thinking about something and I don't, like, it's just not, I create everything in my head. And I think conversation, I want to lead this conversation into conversations with yourself and the self-dialogue in your head and what we tell ourselves.
Okay, yeah.
Because I constantly say, like, oh, this is shit, this. I'm constantly, like, in my everyday language, I'll beat myself up and I'll never speak anything forward into existence. But just by nature, like, and I'll find myself saying, no, this is sick. Like the filler song situation, I was like, every beat that I made and record to, I was calling it a filler song, whereas beats that I'd bought were called songs. But like, I was like, that language was unnecessary.
Yeah, exactly, it is.
Completely unnecessary. Like, that's creating a negative connotation with these songs that they're inferior straight away.
Yeah.
And I assumed, as always, that I had this all figured out, and I'm like, fuck me, I didn't. And I think that conversation with my head...
When did you realise you didn't have it all figured out?
Every day.
Every day?
Every day. I'm like, oh shit. For a second I might be getting cocky, I'll be like, I've got this figured out. Yeah. And then something external, my car will break or...
That's the thing about life, no one actually has any clue what the fuck's going on, man.
Not a clue.
Like, I've read so much about, like, from, like, points of view from, like, different philosophers. And I read it just... And at the end, when I close the book, I'm like, yeah... You got some good points, but none of us actually know what's going on. Or like, I used to always think that all of our parents have shit figured out and stuff like that. And like, and as much as my parents do have it figured out, I look at them and I'm like, obviously I'm the last child, so they kind of had it figured out. But I assume with the first child, like people try and judge themselves for being bad parents and stuff like that. But not like, no one really has the blueprint for this shit. Like, just. No one has blueprint for life, so just try and not be a dick, and that's it.
And try and have more conversations, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of people fear confrontation. I know I have and still do to some certain degrees, and I'm getting a lot better at it. Not even physical confrontation or even aggressive confrontation, just like intellectual confrontation. Especially when someone tests your intellect and you feel sort of uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I can only really be around people that can be contested with, but can be comfortably contested, because I can't be asked, like, especially if you're in my house, and we're having a conversation, I can't be scared to say something and you go, do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it's healthy to pick the people around you that you can speak to on that level, because, for example, again, me and Tia, I spend every waking minute with her, and it's perfect because I can say anything that's on my brain and she'll take it in a way that it's a free environment to say things and learn. There's no filter. There's no like right or wrong. We know what's right and wrong. We know we're not going to take the piss. But I think there's a lot of relationships that I've seen that are missing that element.
Yeah.
Especially my parents they're divorced, and like the amount of divorces I've seen, that it's just a lack of communication, and
It's like that Drake lyrics, communication save relations.
it literally is
Or
that.
Kendrick.
Bro. It literally is
Kendrick
that.
and Drake.
Mm-hmm.
No, for sure. And it's but I always try and catch myself because like more often than not, I will react with my ego when I'm confessing, like because I just assume I know everything.
But I feel like that's true to a certain extent. But whenever we've spoke about anything, I feel like you've been comfortable enough to take it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So I wouldn't worry about that, and I don't think you don't. Not you. I feel people in general don't think enough before they speak. Me especially, gets me into so much shit. I'll wake up in the morning and I'll say something, and I've not checked my mood. I've not woke up properly, and it's like I'm talking already. I shouldn't be talking right now. Like, see how you feel first. Like, don't just open your mouth in the first.
I
thing
try and
that comes
stay as quiet as possible when I first wake up.
You just gotta listen and learn and read the vibe, and I think more people could in conversation. I think the art of conversation. I don't. Again, I'm really good at throwing quotes out there, but not referencing them or knowing who said
cool,
it.
bro. Run it.
Well,
we'll have them pop up on screen.
Yeah, well, references in the description. Again, forgot my point again.
Shit.
Totally got
I'm
it.
sorry, bro. I'm so sorry.
It's worth
Art
it
of
because these are
conversation.
like bloopers, isn't it?
Yeah, art of conversation.
The art of conversation.
Right, stop right there. I need to shut that. I need to go to the loo. Just let me creep this door and just be in here.
Should we fire off the questions?
What questions? Because it's I
The
think,
quick questions that you wanted to do.
I don't think they're together. I think they're separate. I think it's just for you.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. I think we need to just get something like cheese or milk. Da 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 da. Do you know what I mean? Like,
okay,
that's not
yeah.
one of the questions, but you got what I mean.
Cheese and milk. Always cheese.
But if you
Lactose.
could only have one for the rest of your life, you can create cheese from milk. So would you choose milk because you can make cheese out of milk? You might have to add some shit to it, but if you could only choose one for life, you might as well choose milk because you can do shit with it.
I don't drink enough milk, I don't think. I don't drink that much milk. I don't really put it in my tea.
I lactose free milk.
Oh, okay.
Fucks my stomach. Like if I drink normal milk, I still do because I'm an idiot. But I try not.
You don't hear you're not a calf, so.
Exactly. Like that's my whole thing. Like I'm an idiot to the point where is if I want something like cereal or something or a coffee, I'll still have cow's milk. But I know for a fact that I'm like I am not a baby cow. I don't need that. Like I don't need that.
It is a bit wild, isn't it, that we drink
I don't need cow's
other
milk.
animals' milk.
It's silly.
It's a bit wild.
It's who put their mouth around that thing first. Like that's some creepy shit that like.
Son.
Warm and have bits in it and that and no filter.
Yeah,
warm,
shit,
unpasteurized. It'd be the sourest shit ever, bro.
Yeah, and someone was
Something
like, you know what?
bitter as fuck.
Someone did that and still thought it was a good idea afterwards.
Yeah, there's some weird people out
Yeah.
there. I've seen some mad
Who do you
shit
think is the
online.
first person to like? What was the first person like when they rolled up weed?
I don't know.
In it, because it's like.
No, the you can wrap it in like. I don't want to say the wrong thing and totally
Tobacco
like.
leaves, maybe.
Tobacco leaves. That's been going since God knows how long. The tobacco trade's been going forever.
Oh.
So I'm assuming they would have used some sort of tree leaf to wrap around the zoo. For sure. They would have found a way. People have been bunning in pipes. Look at the Native Americans and the peace pipes and that.
They've
They've been doing that for years. Carve out a little
Imagine
stick
us,
into a pipe.
yeah, imagine us being at war and being like, you know what, this is a peace pipe.
Time for a hit of this in the middle of a battle. Time for a fucking little epiphany. I think that's where the word piff comes from. Epiphany. I hope it is me.
That's sick.
Got that piff.
Quote that.
Yeah.
That's
Charlie Lazel, 2021.
boom. The word piff came from epiphany. When
That's
someone was
true.
smoking a piff, like, yo, wait, I've got a piff.
Fuck
Oh, wait,
me.
piff us.
What do you think of Joe Rogan and bro science and all that shit?
Oh, the bro science.
Because that's basically what we do. We speak about bro science a lot. And bro science is not a good term to use in general. The whole blanket term bro science
I
is
think-
cruel, but still, you get what I mean. I'm
Yeah.
trying to use, is it pseudoscience? I don't know.
Oh, pseudoscience, yeah.
Is that the right term for it?
Mm.
Do you know what I
think,
mean?
yeah, I think, because there's that line that people walk, because there's like peer-reviewed science, which we all assume is completely true, and like objectively it should be true, And then there's the science that won't get peer reviewed, but is it not getting peer reviewed because there's not enough funding in it, or is it not getting peer reviewed because maybe it's true and it's dangerous, or is it not peer reviewed because it's absolute bollocks? so it's a whole freak. But like, as we go back to like self-awareness, like if you read this stuff, you kind of use your own logic to try and figure out what is true and what isn't. Like there's and another issue in science right now that so scientists aren't just like practicing science in order to find new stuff out. Like let's say I'm a neurologist, but there's funding in a certain area that I still know about. Then maybe I'll never get funding for my neurology stuff. But if I can go over to that area, I'll research that. And not everyone's necessarily researching things that they really want to be researching, or things that will help mankind. That's why like people like
into lobbying and that. Then though you get into big things. It goes so much deeper. And then you've got the control of freedom of speech and how free we really are, and then we've got the freedom of privacy and all this shit. Like we're getting into deep territory if you don't want to go there. And I understand you guys are very hungry, so we probably shouldn't get into that. We're gonna start a podcast though. So
100%.
And then Dropouts Fuck Your Algorithm podcast.
Gang.
So at least we'll be have a platform where we can come and talk about this shit all the time.
I'm fully game.
This is a little preview.
Hold tight Charlie, hold tight Tia, hold tight Angelique, hold tight Gus.
Hold tight.
Hold tight. If you're not holding tight, hold tighter. Vice grip. Boom.
Check the elastic in your duds.
Exactly. Check your bubbles in your shoes. All of that.
Elasticity.
Put milk
in the bin.
Put milk in the diaper. Put the diaper in the fridge.
I'll give you it in a second. Take that however you want. Yeah. Saturday night turned into morning, we went deeper again. Show me where your heart is, at least be my friend. I still fuck with you regardless, don't leave me broken hearted. I still fuck with you regardless, don't leave me broken hearted. Conversation went deep, we exposed it all. Never seen footage, we premiered your tears, the finale of your fears. But the curtains weren't drawn, so we seen it all. Here, have another drawer, this weed I roll. Never wanna leave when there's we involved. Crazy how we evolve, trading different stages teach me it all. It's your body that I'm wanting, and I want it every day and everywhere. And every day I swear, I feel I've never seen it all, I swear. I love the way you break me down, but not beyond repair. Never say forever, but together we appear. However it appear, girl, I know I got you here. Whether we apart, better know I'm still there. You can either come with me or just call me when you're there. Don't despair, no fear. You can really live it, I'll support you from the rear. As long as you don't break my heart, I really don't care. The night turned into morning, we went deeper again. Show me where your heart is, at least be my friend. I still fuck with you regardless, don't leave me broken hearted. I still fuck with you regardless, don't leave me broken hearted. Saturday night turned into morning, we went deeper again. Show me where your heart is, at least be my friend. I still fuck with you regardless, don't leave me broken hearted. I still fuck with you regardless. Don't leave me broken hearted. Night turned into morning, deeper again. Show me where your heart is, please be my friend. I'll still fuck with you regardless. Don't leave me broken hearted. Still fuck with you regardless. Don't leave me broken hearted. Alright, introduce yourself and what it is.
My name is Iconic.
Cool. And what is this? You're doing a spill the beans?
I'm doing spill the beans about
absolutely fucking anything.
Anything. Alright, cool. Listen. Let me just fix my weave. Boom. Alright, so Marie Curie is believed to be whatever nationality she's believed, but in popular history her full name is actually missed out because it's Marie Curie Skłodowska. Maria Skłodowska, she's actually Polish, the girl that, like, you know, found uranium. She's Polish.
Really? That's fantastic.
Mikołaj Copernic, the guy that figured out that the sun, everything orbits the sun, is actually Polish, but in history books he's called Copernicus. Like, where did you get Copernicus from? Copernic. Why don't you just call him by his actual name? I don't really understand it. There's probably an answer there somewhere, but this just needs to be addressed. Yeah, like Copernicus, why does he sound like he's from the Renaissance era? Like, why does he sound like him and Leonardo da Vinci were like smoking on pipes together, bro? And like, I don't know. Like
acting like he's French.
Exactly. Je ne parle pas français, he's Polish, man.
Out here.
Pologne.
So, quick one, spill the beans about something else. What people aren't expecting. This camera's gonna die, so let's wrap it up.
I can play 4 chords on guitar.
Nice.
I can play about 12 on piano. I can play half one song on piano. I can play about not even a quarter of another song on piano. I just keep jumping from song to song, and then I tried learning a Beethoven piece, but obviously I flopped very quickly. So yeah, that's my spill the beans about music and Polish history.
Nicely.
Polsaj viva la revolution. Boom.
We're gonna film the process of setting up the set for this live performance practice, and we're gonna practice the set, and we're gonna film the practice of the set and edit it all together. See how it goes. While it records. See what it's.
I've like just got your feet in from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just. I think I'm missing your toes.
It's gonna be fire.
You can come a bit forward. I tilted it a bit and I'm getting a better thing.
Do you think I should come forward?
Tell you what, can you move the speaker at your feet and the briefcase? Just looking cluttered, that's all. No, I do.
Do you think we should set it?
Oh, totally, yeah. I was just thinking of the coffee table. I couldn't decide if I liked it there, but I
Yeah.
think I'll hate it if it's gone though.
We're the first generation of the internet. How much of our brains can they intercept? Drugs are illegal cause they can't project. Need a blank space to manipulate. And these class A's keep it quite complex. We've all been trapped in the interweb so far. from what the past said. Is there like a lag on it, or is it me going too far away from it and hear it over the top?
Yeah.
Right. So, okay, I'm getting used to this, My name is Charlie, and yeah, this is my first ever practice rehearsal for performance. I'm going to move this back a little bit, because I think I should put this rug a bit further forward, but I'll worry about that later.
Yeah, that's just for you, it's not
just
me.
because you can hear it, that's all.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Charlie, first practice performance for Internet Dropouts Distract-A-Thon, and it's 2021. And I'm really excited. We're gonna go crazy. And I hope we have a good time. This is my first time ever doing this. I'm quite nervous actually. But yeah. Pressure makes diamonds, surely I'm flawless. Not likely just human, working to improve my endorsements. I'm addicted to endorphins. It's a cold world, I like it more when we stay indoors. Best lock the door, shit. Yeah. This is what practice is for, isn't it? Get the mistakes out of the way. Stable mic stand as well for this shit. Pressure makes diamonds, surely I'm flawless. Listen. Pressure makes diamonds, surely I'm flawless. Pressure makes diamonds, surely I'm flawless.
This time, baby!
Pressure makes diamonds, surely I'm flawless. Not that he's just human, working to improve my endorsements. I'm addicted to endorphins. It's a cold world, I like it more when we stay indoors. Let's lock the door, shit. Getting paranoid, been smoking my most, and smoking the most, where I be the most high. Flip chat like the phone line. Habits predicted, living algorithmic, most live phony lives. It's hard for me to witness the disconnect, so it's tainted my intellect. Wish I could forget, smoke a spliff instead. Sit back and just scratch my head. Another lost soul on the internet. So I've just had a message off Rory. I sent him a song. This is his reply. Love this tune. This is my first idea. Let me know your thoughts. More will come, but I like the simplicity. I'm scared, but I'm really excited.
Close your eyes, darling. Open your heart. Give things a minute just to start. Don't sell yourself, please, on the internet. You got more love, life, and living gifted. La 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 la. La 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 la. They say pressure makes diamonds, surely I'm flawless. Not likely just human.
Somebody had to tell me this is what, you know, it would have gone on, and the first person who put it out there called attention to it.
Yeah.
But I'd have been on, I should imagine I would have been arguing my point this morning. Still.
Actually taking the time to like share what you think about it and fighting about it.
But I was so happy out of the point of view that the food was sufficient.
Yeah, well it's disgusting what they've done with that budget though. Have you seen what the photo of what they took?
Well, one of the things that pissed me off was when I saw on GMTV the morning ITV morning program.
Yeah.
This program, and I was flicking through, and he had one of these boxes. It had 3 or 4 bottles of water in it, and I thought, are you joking? You know, you're sending food parcels to people. They're not in Africa.
Yeah.
Why are you sending them water? I don't know if the papers have got anything about it, because I haven't got the papers, but that was my attitude yesterday morning.
It's disgusting.
If I had access, I would have been spouting out about it.
Yeah, I think someone should. I think people should be. I think some people. I think there's a lot of there's a lot being posted about it online. I must admit, but
there will have been.
Yeah, there's loads. But like, what We need more. We need more than that. I think we need to but obviously the virus stops people rallying together and being able to do physical things about it. But online's all we can do for now.
Well, I think online is very good because people listen to it. People,
their attention's there, isn't it?
Yeah. In fact, I think online is very powerful because often when I've seen people on television being interviewed or something, you can see that they're holding back because they're frightened of what people disagree.
Yeah, you can tell.
Online with them, they're frightened of the repercussion
of speaking.
Of the media.
Because people should if someone disagrees with you, they're gonna tell you.
I know.
You gotta be brave.
Yeah, but I think whatever you do, even if they disagree with you or not, you still can pick up a following from them because that's
absolutely
something.
And
you put something there, sit back, and you light the match, stick it in the fire, sit back, and just watch it.
How are you doing? It's not much light. There's not much light on this camera.
Of the internet, how much of our brains can they intercept? Drugs are illegal because they can't project. Need a blank space to manipulate, and these class A's keep it quite complex. Yeah, we've all been trapped in the interweb so far from what the past said, but when it's said and done, we'll be the last left. It's not our mess, but it's what's left. No respect for them, so outdated. It's about time we went back to basics. Fuck the world full of pricks and racists. The human race is such a waste of nature.
Respect it and do your thing,
do it for love and respect and as a fan before you do it to make money or anything.
Not because it's cool.
To hop on a trend.
I see better people doing music because it's cool, and I'm fam,
But you know what I find difficult about that? I agree with it all, but the same doesn't apply when anybody is to do country music. Nobody has to think of the depth of it. Nobody has to think about.
Everyone appropriates it.
Yeah, nobody has to think about where it came from and why it matters to people or anything. They just make it.
Yeah.
It only ever matters if it's about black music.
But how many black people make country music?
Lil Nas
I don't know. Yeah, but I mean
I know, not those, but okay, not those that they make that's fully country, but how many country elements have been put into songs?
That's true, yeah.
And you're not getting same applies?
I think the initial thing comes from obviously Elvis stealing rock and roll from black people and
That's
never
not
giving and never giving any credit to
and then being a paedophile that everybody forgets.
Yeah, just being a piece of shit.
Yeah.
If I want to listen to rock and roll, I'll listen to early Beatles. I'll listen to early Beatles. For me, that's very rock and roll. Early Beatles.
Nah. Chuck Berry.
Twist and shout.
Where'd they get it from?
Yeah, they got it from them, man. But I prefer the Beatles. Even though John Lennon is a piece of shit. Paul McCartney is. But John Lennon is a bit of a piece of shit.
I definitely think it's better than the Beatles.
Let my grandfather educate you on rock and roll.
Oh no, I know, but I'm not a big fan of rock and roll.
Yeah, but there's better examples I feel that you as an artist would prefer than the Beatles.
Yeah, who weren't as big and who were a bit more overshadowed by the. Imagine the Beatles One Direction of their time.
Yeah.
So
but I love the Beatles.
Yeah.
Yesterday is one of the best songs ever written. Paul McCartney's pen on that is.
But imagine we love songs that are underground songs. So imagine the less the Beatles of
no, send me some links. I know.
Do some crazy shit.
Long dead civilization.
But yeah, yesterday because I discovered that song when I was in America with my mom's.
Right.
So because I learned how to play on piano, and it just reminds me of my mom. So it's But now, first coffee shop I walk into. First coffee shop I walk into in Amsterdam plays Beatles yesterday. I'm like, nah, boys, U-turn. We can't be here right now smoking
just
weed.
The vibes.
Yeah. It's only 8 bars, but and I'm sure I probably won't ever actually release it. But I just want to test my pen, man. I don't know.
Might as well, innit? It's exercise.
Yeah, I don't know how good I can write, but I feel like I'm always so confident. That I feel like I can write. I can write.
You can write really well, from my perspective.
No, thank you, bro. But when it comes to the bar stuff, like
All you need to launch a cult skate brand.
you need.
Honestly. As long as you have a logo that looks good on literally everything. And a Squarespace online store.
I'm so glad they put Volvo in here.
Right.
Because it's underrated now, like it's since Polestar bought it, it's different. I mean in racing cars,
I cannot stress this
Volvo.
enough.
That's it.
Clicking the button.
So it's literally just 4 bars, but actually 8 bars.
I experienced disasters that Mayans prophesied. Stepped on eggshells that were ostracized. Often tried to go off them vibes. Got the Austin powers, awesome mind. Stepped outside of Pandora's box, you got lost inside. Alchemists like Hockenheim. Take the game for ransom, hope the feds on hear their hostage cry. Too ill for a diagnostic mind. I adopted new styles, fostered mine. Till the pendulum swung and got lost in time. I'm performing signature moves on dotted lines. Black on black attire like goths and mimes. I'm the type of middleman to keep your boss in line. Playing traffic lights when she crossed my mind.
It's amazing, keep going. There's no reason why you can't do another like pressure style video for stuff like this.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
don't treat them as singles, just keep them topped up so you've got content going constantly. Might as well. It's a sick
Like
beat.
even maybe keep it for like a fight with a booth.
Yeah. Them's the ones you build over time in it. I don't even know what I've been writing lately.
I haven't actually been writing a lot. Like I've just been writing down ideas, but haven't done anything. Oh, I just put a rhythm on. How do you guys feel about Tory Lanez? Because some people hate him.
I haven't listened to anything since he shot Megan, like.
Oh, okay.
But you can play him.
But we fucking loved him.
We loved him to bits.
Like bitsies. Make sure the views are on your account. I'm joking.
But no, wait, how much can your boy drop off?
I don't know.
A life like you Hefner, but we can do better. Tone twine stains on a new sweater. Can't draw me out when I'm too clever. Garbage 140 BPM 2-stepper. One love to everyone showing true effort. It doesn't go amiss, only love where we coexist. The muse to my pawns when I show them this. They only throw shade, they'll never throw a fist. It's why I call you bro bitch. My bros can ride out, you don't know the sitch. But it's accomplishments over conflict. Even though it's my accomplishments causing conflicts. I see them moving backwards if a character that they front with. My songs hit, I keep dropping tunes and they don't miss. I'm coming live from the T's, I'm in the hive of the bees. I see the winter wind swiping the leaves. That's a metaphor for what happens if you're trying to beef. I live the life you're trying to lead. Make money when I rhyme on the beats.
My
I
God.
know you heard the verse. I really got these people knowing my songs word for word. I really studied the purpose that every person serves. I wrote a book on code and ethics, you have to learn it first.
It was like a little thing I wrote, man, but that's all I've got. Like, I don't think.
You know what see, it's different how I'm living. It's hard to understand when everybody else a gimmick. But since when was life a picnic? Sped the cost and double down. I was never told to quit it. Never been good with division. I'm just trying to multiply and get some commas in my firesides. Never before have I met anyone who gets me more than you do. Never before have I met anyone who gets me more than you do. That's amazing.
Questions for me?
Alright, 2 seconds. Okay, so this is quickfire with Iconic. Still or Fizzy?
Fizzy.
Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon?
Cartoon Network.
BMW or Audi?
BM.
Do a shot with Dead or Alive?
Hendrix.
Who would you pick to have an hour-long conversation with?
Kendrick Lamar.
Who? Okay. San Andreas or Grand Theft Auto 5?
San Andreas.
Sweet or spicy?
Spicy.
Favorite product from childhood? Absolute brand or product? Anything toy?
My diapers.
Biggest fear?
Getting hiccups on stage.
That's a good one. A bit of coughing or not anything or
Yeah,
farting.
getting-
Imagine.
I can live with that, bro. But when I'm there,
Imagine shitting yourself on stage.
halfway through a set, like
Okay. So, favorite item of clothing?
shoes,
Okay. Bit more specific, just for the crowd.
Nike,
More
Air Max
specific.
95s.
Nicely. Who from the UK should be Prime Minister? Could be anyone, celebrity or friend or family or anyone.
Marcus Rashford.
No phone or no laptop for a week.
No phone.
Cool. Buzzing. That's quick fire round.
Yeah,
Very
cool.
cool.
Welcome to Internet Dropout. I go by the name of Iconic. I'm joined here by Charlie Lazo. Hold tight, Tia. Man's out here, innit? Wherever you're watching it from, hold tight to you. 96 with a heartbeat. Now I'm trying to stop mine while spilling ash all over the car seats. Smoking over one, I'm treating life like it's a party. Couldn't stop myself, not even if I had an army. Respect my heritage, but I only know it partly. This pain is permanent, drawn in using a Sharpie. Grew up spreading one love and listening to the Marleys. Probably why I always flex the patois like a yardie. What's on, bro? Bars like Guantanamo, alarm and flow. Nothing to hide behind, the arm is broke. They try to forget about the bad shit and restart the show. Run as fast as you want, but you can't escape the karma, bro. The session's not over, so stay till the end. You don't need to pay for a friend, we pay respects to the graves we attend. You either score points or you stay on the bench. To be or not to be, can't make my mind up, I stay on the fence. I don't pick a side, and it's probably for the best though. Make it through this stress, bro, murky waters I test those. Treat a song like a manifesto. What doesn't kill me doesn't make me stronger, just makes me wait for the death blow. Vodka lets me waste my purpose, the taste is worth it. The rape's immersive, we treat it like a place of worship. So if my deepest bars don't grace the surface of this complacent person, but they'll clown me if I try to explain the circus. So I try to put my pride aside while I idolize the vitalize the people that thrive alive. They look at me and think that I'm alive, but I died inside. Don't judge a book by its cover, the book I wrote is Bible size. Romanticize, do not resuscitate, don't check any of my vital signs. This is where I draw the final line and say my goodbyes. Yeah, 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 yeah. My guys, my guys. Hold tight to Jack Craggs on production. Hold tight, Internet Dropout. DNR out now on all streaming services. And the next one we're going into is Sober Up. Let me just spark my cig. You see, I've never had the pleasure of being able to smoke while I perform. This is the best thing ever. Silence used to be my friend, but now I feel betrayed. It left me all alone with thoughts that kill my brain. Distance myself from people, threw the love away. They say love will get me high, but every drug's the same. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know it, yeah, I know it. I might not even show it, so no one measures how low my low is. I know. They say pain will help me grow. Fill the gap in my empty soul. Till today I gently go. Life is better when you're sober, but I hate being sober. I'll be like this till it's over. I know. Life is better when you're sober, but I hate being sober. I'll be like this till it's over. I know. Silence used to be my friend, but now their voices are too loud. A silent room is mixed with voices from the crowd. Sat here moderating poison that I found. Came to terms, accepted all my choices with a frown. Got food from different sources, held down by distant forces. No one knows how it's been before this. Head jaw feels like rigor mortis. I know. Yeah, I found her close. Time flies as the hour goes. You look good with your powdered nose. Life is better when you're sober, but I hate being sober. I'll be like this till it's over. I know. Life is better when you're sober, but I hate being sober. I'll be like this till it's over. I know. I don't need advice on how to lead my life. I know where I went wrong. I know the reasons why. I don't need advice on how to lead my life. I know where I went wrong. I know the reasons why. Hold tight, Internet Dropout. You don't know. Sober up or sober down.
You know, up, down, left, right combos and all that shit. Life is better when you're sober, but I hate being sober. I'll be like this till it's over, I know. Thank God for the backing track. Life is better when you're sober, but I hate being sober. I'll be like this till it's over, I know. Life is better when you're sober, but I hate being sober. I'll be like this till it's over, I know. Life is better when you're sober, but I hate being sober. I'll be like this till it's over, I know. Fun fact, I was actually gonna do like a Stoptober campaign with that Sober Up song, but I failed on the second day of October, so yeah. Fun facts. Facts with Iconic. A polar bear can run at 60 miles per hour. Yeah. Out here and I'm living life, and I've cut people off that I didn't like. No, I'm not living nice. Drank vodka when my spirit died. I got them vivid lines, never did it first, but I did it right. Came to just spit one lyric, but the reload means to spit it twice. Sped by fast, get to the top unless I crash. Earn my peace, I fed my lads, yeah, free the bros to the feds my cash. Wanna get rich and invest my cash. When I release tunes, you best buy fast. Open up shows and I get my raps, and I get more reloads in a headline act. Make the money, then invest in peace. I'm moving restless, I'll rest in peace. You won't see me on tunes with no dead MCs. I'm surrounded by some of the best MCs. Work all night, never rest MCs. You don't wanna get them vexed MCs. Jump on set and we wreck MCs. We the best in your town, the best in teas. I got the technique, fly with the techers. My skill, you're trying to measure. You think I was bleeding out? The way I'm applying the pressure. I got the technique, fly with the techers. It's my skill they're trying to measure. You think I was bleeding out? The way I'm applying the pressure. Out here and I'm living life, and I've cut people off that I didn't like. No, I'm not living nice. Drank vodka when my spirit died. I got them vivid lines, did it twice. Spit one lyric, but a reload means to spit it. Had many sleepless nights, you'll be surprised how I lead this life. All I need is a beat and mind just to keep this vibe. Locksmith for the keys to my peace of mind. Have peace of mind when I bless my G's with a decent life. From up all night, there's a reason why, but I'm deceiving guys. Try to cross me like Jesus Christ. I'm not your average MC, lyric for lyric, I'll savage an MC. I see you gassing about having a Bentley. Don't have it all, but I have it eventually. Step on stage, cause havoc and frenzy. Your girl want to get manic and friendly. See them staggering envy. I'll keep taking a piss and my bladder is empty. I'm good as long as my bro's happy. Making a bunch of new memories while wearing an old trackie. If it ain't love, then don't that me, that's so plaggy. Try and stay composed of the roads, even though them roads aggy. I sit and rest underneath all the shade they throw at me. Now how you doing? I'm blessed. Bad energies can't ruin my flex. You wanna know how I'm doing my best. So trying to make it through all the stress. Not a hooligan, that's vexed. Wanna be pulling in them checks. Gas, 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 and the rave that's still living on decks. Spit one lyric, shut down the rave when I spit one lyric. On fingers get raised when I spit one lyric. So beat up the bass when I spit one, yeah. When I spit one lyric, shut down the rave when I spit one lyric. On fingers get raised when I spit one lyric. So beat up the bass when I step to the mic, let me spit one. Flow got a sick one, write my own bars of a big one. Spit it quick one, turned up with a lit one. When you're wasting it's fun on a mic with a pick one or pick two. What you spit to, you say you're ill but I'm sick too. Skippy flow, yeah it's quick too, quick too. I'm a Rottweiler, you're a shih tzu. Donna. 1 2 1 2, miss a drop if I want to. 1 2, bear combos like 1 2 1 2. Yes, yes. So the last song, classic. Who said that grime was dead? Keeping it alive up north. Listen. Yeah. What you know about classics? Spit one lyric, that's classic. Start that, stop, that's plastic. Go and then draw for the two, that's classic. Boss one, boss two, fuck being passive, plastic. Spit one lyric, that's classic. Watch it Kano Valley clashes, that's classic. Bit it bop, that's massive. New MCs in the finest best. How can they say that grime is dead? No word of a lie, yeah, my mind is vexed. Grime was a pot of gold, mind is blessed. Waiting for the northeast scene to be shining next. And found out we lit myself and the DJ didn't rewind this yet. Yeah, time will tell if grime is alive and well. Cut it and shine and sell like Adele. Doesn't mean that grime is frail. If grime is how come the games how to die as well? As far as that I can see, I can tell. We'll reach the top, can we climb it well? They say it's dead, but it's bullshit. Not a dead body that I can smell. What you know about classics? Bad them up once, that's classic. Grime scene savior, Rudolph Raver, that's classic. Grime is alive and well, you bastard. What you know about classics? Bad them up once, that's classic. Grime scene savior, Rudolph Raver, that's classic. Grime is alive and well, you bastard. Bad them up, that's classic. Bad them up 3 times, yeah, that's classic. My bad, I'm up 3 times. Spit one lyric, I shall rewind. Internet dropout. Bow.
What's happening? My name's Charlie, and this is Spill the Beans with Internet Dropout. So, for the next 10 minutes, I'm going to spill the beans. I'm going to put a timer on my phone as well, just to make sure I don't go over, because I could chat all night long. I won't know that I'm here for 10 minutes or 10 hours. So, my time is set. We've got 10 minutes to chat shit. I'm drinking Southern Comfort and feeling nice. So, spill the beans. First of all, to the people that aren't staying safe during Corona and not giving a fuck about anybody and think they're invincible, next time they go out, let's think about grandparents before we go out. Let's not think about fucking ourselves and getting lit. Because we like to get lit too, but we're not out getting lit. We've got people we love and people we care about. So, I'm gonna spill the beans about some other shit. I released a project last, when was it? October. I released a project in October, and that was like 12 songs out of a bunch of songs that was made that year. And like, I'm really happy with it. It's gonna be one of those ones that when I get a bit bigger, people are gonna go back to, and people are gonna be like consuming it when they come across me and find my catalogue, which I'm really happy about. But 2021, I'm excited. I'm gonna spill the beans a little bit about what I'm gonna get up to in 2021. So I'm releasing a few singles, I'm releasing a few collabs. I've got a few exclusive within the Dropout that you'll see during the airing of this Spill the Beans episode. You'll see some exclusive performances. What else can I spill the beans about? We've got 8 minutes and 20 seconds. We're there. University during lockdown. It's a crazy experience. I'm 28 years old and I'm classed as a mature student. I didn't think uni or education was for me after sixth form, so I just moved on. I decided to go back to uni 2019, I think. And I'm on my second year now, but obviously we've been in lockdown for a year and we've got online lectures, we've got limited resources available within the university. We're not allowed to go into the university, and when we are, it's like minimum. So the overall university experience hasn't been very good, and keeping a schedule in lockdown. I'm going to spill the beans about keeping a schedule. Jesus. Sorry for using the word Jesus, but I'm not religious, but sorry Jesus. Yeah, we got seven minutes, and what was I talking about again? I was going to talk about... No, not Jesus. I was going to talk about something else. Oh, I forget. I don't fucking know. What is the crack with people panic buying? I've heard people panic buying again in lockdown 3. We're going to the shops again and nothing's fucking there. I thought we'd experience this in lockdown 3. There's not much else to talk about apart from Corona and the music that I've made and like playing Xbox and smoking weed. Like, what else do we do? Like, I'm trying to spill the beans, and I guess I am spilling the beans a bit here. My car broke. I done too many wheel spins in my car and my clutch is broken. I don't think it's the wheel spins, I think the clutch is just broken. I was joking, but you know. Yes, you can't plan too far ahead. Let's spill the beans about planning ahead. My car broke. Before that, I had another car that broke. The Rover broke. That's in the Got What I Need video. That broke. He's called Reggie. He's gone. Bye Reggie. I'm so sad about that. Fucking, yeah, like I said, you can't plan for anything. Like, we didn't know Corona was coming. I didn't know my car was gonna break. I lost my job recently. I didn't know all this shit was gonna happen. And like, I think you've got to adapt to change as a human being. I think the most important thing that you can do is adapt to change and plan for nothing but hope for the best. Like, you can plan as like trivial stuff. You can plan your music releases. You can plan like your life to a certain extent. But yeah, like, your car might break. You might get an unexpected bill. I don't fucking know. Like, don't stress the control, because I used to try and have control over everything, and I think just accepting what comes to you every day and living in the moment is the best thing to do, because a lot of these people don't get to breathe or wake up tomorrow, so I think we gotta be thankful for that. I don't know if you can hear this, but in the studio there's some songs playing, and this is one of the releases that I'll be releasing this year, so we're dropping an exclusive without even meaning to yet. It's just happening, so yeah, I don't know how much you can hear it, but this is one of the releases for 2021. Spoiler alert, yeah, 4 minutes, 37 seconds. It's really hard to just talk for 10 minutes. I thought I could do it for hours, but after all, it's not that easy. What's happened recently? Bought a camera, started filming everything, started mixing, mastering singles for this year. Well, mastering singles for this year, mixing's been going on forever. You couldn't mix forever. I've had a mail delivery system from a press release. I've been sending out a press release for my new single. I wish I mastered it a bit louder, and I've tried to reschedule it, like re-upload the audio on Distract-A-Thon, but it won't let me. Unless I delete everything and re-upload it, which is long. So I don't know if I'm gonna just put a remastered version out eventually. I don't even care anymore. What's important is that it sounds good and then you can hear what I'm saying and you get my message. Other songs you can dance to, that song's not a dance song, it's one that you listen to and you fucking take it in and you play it in the car or you play it when you're thinking. It's not one that you just fucking play anytime really, is it? It's more of a motivational, like, I'm good enough, I get shit done song. Yeah. As an artist, it's really easy to make songs, and that's where the fun part is. Making songs is so much fun. I could write 6 songs a day and just do it till my eyes and my ears bleed. But when it comes to making the most out of a song and doing all the admin and the promo and the press release and making sure people hear the song, I tend to fall off that a little bit, and I'm making sure I correct that this year. I've done well so far by sending press releases out and messaging people and plugging the song a lot more and making a lot more content around it. But it takes the fun out of the process a little bit, but you've got to do it. You've got to kind of find fun in that process, I realise, because you're not going to get anywhere without it. And we can sit and complain about the state of the industry and the state of that, but if we're not putting the effort in, we're not going to do anything. And until that, I can't really say loads of stuff because I want to speak with my actions about it. I want to show what my actions are, that my actions are paying off and that things are going to work. But at the same time, I did everything with no promo last time and I was amazed with the results still. So, although I wake up and do it for fun every day, like there's still elements of it that I don't like to do, that you have to do in order to be able to feel good about doing the bits that you love doing, and I think that's important, and a lot of people don't get past that. I haven't got past it yet. I don't know how long it'll take me to get past it, but I'm aware of it. I think that's the main thing.
I think the first step is awareness.
Yeah,
Being
awareness.
comfortable,
Yeah,
knowing.
for sure. And I think collaboration, that's the next step. Collaborate with as many like-minded people as I can, and collaborate with as many cool artists that suit the vibe as I can, because the only way to grow at this organic level is to share the audiences between people, and no better way to do that than with people you respect. Because I think if you do it with people that you respect, it's just going to be a ball ache and you're not going to enjoy your time. You've got to actually bear spending time in the room or chatting to them online or whatever. And I think it's good to make music with people you're friends with because they understand you more. Do you know what I mean? Someone that you can open up to a little bit more and be yourself and make a funny noise on the microphone without... Yes, they can laugh at you, but it's a different kind of laugh. They're not taking the piss. They might laugh because it's funny. Do you know what I mean? But they're not laughing to damage your perception or anything of yourself, which is different. We're spoiling all the releases, isn't it? Would you turn the music down, please, baby? We started filming this and all the releases for this year are playing on the playlist, which is hilarious. But I don't think they'll be able to concentrate. I think they'll be able to hear my voice a lot more than what that was playing. But I'm really happy with the mixes and the way that everything's sounding, I must admit. I got 4 seconds left to spill the beans. My name's Charlie. What can I say? There's the 10 minutes up.
What are you promoting?
What am I promoting? I got a new single coming out on the 29th of January. I got singles dropping for days. I got collaborations dropping. Self-produced music, self-produced, self-shot music videos, self-edited everything, self-mixed, self-mastered everything, self-wrote. We're doing everything. We're doing
Where can we find it?
You can find me everywhere. Just search Charlie Lazel everywhere. You'll find me anywhere. And yeah, I'm gonna start performing as soon as lockdown lifts. So watch out. You guys better be sharpening your swords because I'm coming. It's time. I definitely declare myself good enough for the world. I'm ready for the world, but is the world ready for me? That is the big question. That is the big question. Thank you very much. Peace out, motherfuckers.
Out here and I'm living life, and I've cut people off that I didn't like. No, I'm not living nice, drank vodka when my spirit died. I got them vivid lines, never did it first, but I did it right. Came to just spit one lyric, but a reload means I have to spit it twice. I got the drive, so I sped by fast. Get to the top unless I crash. Earn my peace, so I fed my lads. Yeah, free the bros, so the feds my cash. When I get rich and invest my cash. When I release tunes, you best buy fast. Open up shows and they get my raps, so I get more reloads than a headline act. Make the money, then invest in peace. I'm over and restless, I'll rest in peace. You won't see me on Jews with no dead MCs. I'm surrounded by some of the best MCs. Work all night, never rest MCs. You don't wanna get them vexed MCs. Jump on set and we wreck MCs. We're the best in your town, the best in T's. I got the technique, fly with the techers. It's my skill they're trying to measure. You'll think I was bleeding out the way I'm applying the pressure. I got the technique, fly with the techers. It's my skill they're trying to measure. You'll think I was bleeding out the way I'm applying the pressure. Out here when I'm living life, and I've cut people off that I didn't like. No, I'm not living nice, drank vodka when my spirit died. I got them vivid lines, never did it first, but I did it right. Came to just spit one lyric, but a reload means I have to spit it twice. Had many sleepless nights, you would be surprised how I lead this life. All I need is a beat and mic just to keep this vibe. Blocksmith for the keys to my peace of mind. Have peace of mind when I bless my G's with a decent life. From up all night, there's a reason why, but I'm deceiving guys. Try to cross me like Jesus Christ. I'm not your average MC, lyric for lyric, I'll savage an MC. I see you got some, but having a Bentley. Don't have it all, but I have it eventually. Step on stage, cause havoc and frenzy. Your gal wants to get manic and friendly. See them staggering envy. I'll keep taking a piss and my bladder is empty. I'm good as long as my bro's happy. Making a bunch of new memories while wearing an old trackie. If it ain't love, then don't dap me, that's so plaggy. I try and stay composed to the roads, even though them roads aggy. I sit and rest underneath all the shade they throw at me. Now how you doing? I'm blessed. Bad energies can't ruin my flex. If you wanna know how I'm doing my best. Still trying to make it through all the stress. Not a hooligan that's vexed. I wanna be pulling in them checks. Gas, gas, gas at the raves at Sullivan on decks.
Yo, it's 7 AM at Gas, everyone's just leaving right now because Gas just finished. But I gotta say, it's just love here, that's why I like coming here, no ops on site. It's just pure love. I don't need to worry about beef because man them like you, man them like Sully are always getting the good man them into the rave. And the rave's so enjoyable. Respect.
camera's wrong. What are you saying, bro? Take it.
Vibes in. What's going on, everyone? Behind your TV screen, microwave screen, phone screen, whatever screen. Watch screen. Hold tight the bezel. Not a rollie, but it will be soon. Pop.
Yo, this is Charlie. And we got Broski Iconic here. This guy's family. And this is Internet Dropouts Distract-A-Thon. And this is Late Night Bars. Late bars and dancing in a hallway. Yeah. Late night bars and dancing in a hallway. Moonlit eyes don't look ahead the wrong way. I can't find the words, it's been a long day. All I know when I'm with, I feel all kind of ways. Faded conversations, implications are irrelevant. Fuck what people talking, all that bullshit makes it evident. I know why I feel the way that I do. I don't care what the fuck people think about me. I be doing me and it feels so right. Lay you on my sofa, make you my controller. Love the way you roll and I love the way you roll like a rover. Late night bars and dancing in a hallway. Moonlit eyes don't look ahead the wrong way. I can't find the words, it's been a long day. All I know when I'm with, I feel all
Kinds of ways. It's really real and I really like that. She said, is that really you? Are you really like that? She hit me right back. Link up as a gritty side gaff. Another one is a city's nightcap. We're trying to reach the moon and nobody leaves the room. We're trying to seize it soon and nobody leaves the room. It's just Molly, E's and shrooms. But this the safe place, don't need to save face. So fuck what they say, they run a fake race. I'll never vacate, I overstayed my welcome when I stay late.
Late night bars and dancing in a hallway. Moonlit eyes don't look ahead the wrong way. I can't find the words, it's been a long day. All I know when I'm with, I feel all kind of ways. Late night bars and dancing in a hallway. Moonlit eyes don't look ahead the wrong way. I can't find the words, it's been a long day. All I know when I'm with, I feel all kind of ways. Woo! Ran out of breath on that one, bro. Yo, who's next on this song? Is it me or you next on Steady? That was gonna pass you the spliff there. My leg sound doesn't smoke. Sometimes I get in my own way. Don't let me get in my head. I get in my own way. Don't let me get in my head. Sometimes I get in my own way. Don't let me get in my head. Sometimes I get in my own way. Don't let me get in my head. Steady in my own lane. I'm not going back to old ways. I'm not going back to old days. If you see me, know I got grain, got ways to make it happen, ways to get it patterned. If you put the work, you better sure you'll get it cracking. At least that's what I believe. Gotta put in work if you wanna succeed.
Thinking about the words I said. Don't let me get in my head. On and down when I'm upset. Don't let me get in my head. Don't let me get in my head right now. Don't let me. My mind's a cage and I left by now.
Sometimes I get in my own way. Don't let me get in my head.
Steady at my own pace, I run my own race. Short nights and long days, chill with the embrace. Lost while the song plays, wrong time or wrong place. Paranoia creeps, so I don't play. Yeah, I'm planning to be safe, but in my mind I'm a pirate in a cage. Got a couple frowns added to my face. I wanna start laughing for a change. Thinking about the words I said. Don't let me get in my head. On the down when I'm upset. Don't let me get in my head. Don't let me get in my head right now. Don't let me. My mind's a cage, should've left by now.
I get in my own way, don't let me get in my head. I get in my own way, I'm just trying to get ahead. Steady on my bro, I'm holding this fucking mic stand. It's on a suitcase cause it's not fucking tall enough. We do DIY everything in this shit.
Boom. What's the next rhythm?
Trying to get some commas in my bank account. Bank account, my common sense, it got me this far, this far. Never took a pause for breath, my lungs hurt, but at least I got heart. Couple battle scars, please protect my heart. Lost in a sea of thoughts, need to let this baggage go. Cut ties from the ones that put my back on rope. Yeah, but not the anchor to my home. Keep me grounded while I'm flying high, and please protect my soul. Yeah, don't need a paddock or a rose. Give us this day our daily bread and rid me of my woes. And give me Father Langer said when life to me was cold. It's hard to think irrationally, we trying to ration all. Trying to get some commas in my bank account. Bank account, my common sense, it got me this far, this far. Never took a pause for breath, my lungs hurt, but at least I got heart. Couple battle scars, please protect my heart.
I need clear vision, the difference between us, I wanna see my peers winning. Nothing will break us if their fear didn't. And one love to all my dear women. When you step with confidence you appear different. I didn't wanna sell dreams out of hatchbacks with cons. I just chased a dream, living out a backpack for months. Don't diss me, cause if I clap back you're done. If I clap back you're done.
Trying to get some commas in my bank account. Bank account, my common sense, it got me this far, this far. Never took a pause for breath, my lungs hurt, but at least I got heart. Couple battle scars, please protect my heart.
Jeez. Charlie Lazel, iconic. You don't know the whole thing. Lock off. Boom. Seaside to Gateshead, link up. Big link up. Big things are going on in the future. New tunes, new bangers.
Yo, trying to get some commas in my bank account. Bank account, my common sense, it got me this far, this far. Never took a pause for breath, my lungs hurt, but at least I got heart. Couple battle scars, please protect my heart. Never took a pause for breath, my lungs hurt, but at least I got heart. Couple battle scars, please protect my heart. Yo, this has been Internet Dropouts Distract-A-Thon. I've been Charlie and this has been iconic. And this has been fucking wonderful. This is 2021, everybody. I can't believe we made it through 2020. This is the Distract-A-Thon. I hope you've been well and truly distracted. And bro, do you want to say anything finally?
One love. Stay blessed. Stay safe. Fuck the Tories. Boom.
Nicely. Yo, it's been a pleasure, bro. Thank you.